Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Let me get this camera set up. Holy crap, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. And I feel like these streams just might be cooked at this point because I have not streamed in so long. Guys, I'm gonna I'll talk about this for like 3 minutes or so, maybe in like a little bit. I do want to get into, you know, the actual betting stuff because we do have a game that starts very soon here. And yeah, so actually, probably let's get into the betting stuff first, guys. Of course, I am not prepared at all. I have not done this in forever. But yeah, and this thing is all over the place. Okay, there we go. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad to be back, guys. Definitely, I'm glad to be back. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, man, it's been a minute. Holy crap. I don't even know what to say. It's like it feels weird even being live. I haven't done it in so long. Let's get into Orlando at Boston, right? So obviously, guys, Jason Tatum is out for this one. I have not looked at Jalen Brunson, clutch player of the year. Nice. Oh, Pods is now questionable. Tatum, okay, is out. Corey Joseph is still starting. Okay, guys. So I had some thoughts going into this one. No Jason Tatum. I really like Jalen Brown first quarter stuff. As you can see here, there's no Jason. Okay, I'm just like rambling. I like literally forgot how to talk. So okay, this is games without Jason Tatum. 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 minutes. And then, as you guys know, Jalen Brown was hurt for like a little bit. He probably still is hurt, but I believe he played the whole third quarter of last game. So he's played a 12-minute stint. Um, and yeah, no, he's played 8 the last couple of games, but that was like, when he was like on a minute restriction. They came out and said he wasn't on a minute restriction the game before. And without Tatum, I'm pretty sure he plays all 12 minutes here. So I think that there's actually decent value on his first quarter stuff. Even PRA as a whole is a little bit interesting. Look, you know how the Magic are going to defend here. They switched everything in the first round or the first game. And did it work? Absolutely not. Um, but yeah, I think that he's pretty interesting, Jalen Brown for sure. Let's see, we do have some stuff. What's up, Gasta Moon? How we doing? Yeah, the YouTube is like the YouTube numbers are down. All the numbers are down, man. It's like I was gone for too long. So that stinks. But yeah, what's up, Gas Up? How we doing? Yeah, guys. So Jalen Brown over points in the first quarter. Oh, man, I don't know if I want to do that or just like full game. I do also like Porzingis stuff a fair bit, and there's 18 and a halfs out there. Yeah, I think Porzingis makes a fair bit of sense. I mean, this is without Tatum, guys. I think I have it up right now. Yeah. So you got this. It's like Jalen Brown taking 20 shots, Kristaps taking 17 for 36. A lot of Pritchard. I wonder how that's gonna go. And guys, to do this, to beat the Magic, you have to be able to score one-on-one. So D White, do I think he's the best one-on-one scorer? I really don't. Same with Drew. Don't really see that. The numbers aren't great. It's probably going to be a ton. Al Horford, absolutely not. Al Horford, I wonder what his lines are at because I don't think he's going to get many looks at all. It's only at 8.5. Okay. Yeah, Al Horford unders make a fair bit of sense. Like PA, what's this at? 11.5. Oh. Oh, okay. That's actually a little bit interesting. What's up? How we doing, Pratham? Good seeing you here. Yeah, Al Horford under PA makes a fair bit of sense to me. I guess I just I wonder what his minutes will be like. Um, let's see. He was at because this is a brutal matchup, dude. It's like they're really not going to give up many spot ups. They're just going to pretty much switch everything, play single coverage on Kristaps, on Jalen. Yeah, and Kristaps is looking pretty good. Even the rebounds too for Kristaps. I think he makes a little bit sense to have some spike rebounds. But 18.5, guys, this line for Kristaps seems pretty low. Let's see. A couple of games though. Tatum, obviously, guys, this is so much different. He only had 17 against the Magic. He did shoot 2 for 10. So if he shoots 3 for 10, he had 14 free throw attempts. Holy crap. Yeah, that's. I guess they had a game without Tatum on the Magic, right? And I think the Magic actually won it. So let's real quick. Let's go over here. Yeah, guys, I'll talk about this in a little bit. Yeah, it sucked. The last week, honestly, guys, I didn't realize how much I love this streaming shit until it was taken away from me. Like that shit actually stunk. But yeah, Boston at Orlando. It was this game. So Jaylen Brown, they literally let Jaylen Brown do whatever the hell he wanted. He played, yeah, he came out and had 15 points in the first quarter. This was a game literally without Tatum. So like the rotations are going to be very similar. Derek White only had 4 assists. Like, I mean, Boston only had 13 assists as a team. And Kristaps had a lot of volume, but yeah, Al Horford actually had more volume than I would expect. Drew Holiday even got some decent volume and didn't get an assist, by the way. That's interesting. But yeah, I think Drew under assists might be a little bit appealing too. I mean, is he? Oh, 3.5. Okay, it got bumped down. I saw it was at 4.5 earlier today. I did not play it, unfortunately. Yeah, guys, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis. I think Jaylen Brown just makes too much sense, guys, at 22.5. I bet on him last game at 18.5, and he only played 30 minutes. Guys, I'm not even kidding. He was at the scorers table in the 7-minute mark in the fourth quarter, and there was not a whistle until 3 minutes. And by then, the game was like over. So that's kind of what his minutes were like. So yeah, Jaylen Brown. I mean, they're really gonna like let him do his thing. Like they're not gonna try to force the ball out of his hands. So yeah, I'm trying to just figure it out. I'll get to some of the questions real quick, guys. I just need to figure out which my play is gonna be. I think Brown makes a fair bit of sense. Let's see, what was he at for 36? 25. Okay. Um, and Kristaps is at 25 as well. But yeah, no Tatum opens up more minutes for Kristaps. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to play this. I think Kristaps is the move, man. I kind of, damn, it's one of these two, man. It's one of these two for sure. No, I mean, like the under spots. Did you guys have anything? Brown points and assists? Yeah, for sure. What's up, Tiro? Thank you, appreciate it. Cole Anthony, I could see it maybe. I definitely could maybe see Cole Anthony playing. It's just these Magic are like a roulette with their minutes and stuff. I don't hate Corey Joseph unders. I played him last game at 8.5, and it's still at 8.5. I mean, Boston's gonna switch everything, and it's just like he can't do anything against switching. So yeah, I think it's like a decent look as well. I'm just trying to figure this out, guys. I do really like. I just gotta let it rip. So looking at these lines, right? Let's go Kristaps 18.5. Let's buy low here. I like KP. Um, honestly, the playoffs are very overreactionary to this stuff, and him only having 5 points in 26 minutes is definitely giving him a depressed line. So, but yeah, without Tatum too, it's like they actually need Kristaps and stuff. So yeah, let's go KP over 18.5 points, minus 115 at 365. Let's run that. Yeah, like I said, I really like that Jaylen Brown first quarter line though. I think that line is off, especially at the plus money. Maybe, yeah, I guess his knee kind of does scare me. Like, do you want him running 12 straight minutes? And that's kind of like the edge in this. So I guess that could maybe be something. But yeah, back for good. Hopefully, man. I hope. Okay, sorry guys. Annual sending out the play, so I don't have anything to talk about is going on right now. So yeah, I'll get to all the questions after this. Yeah, I'll talk about what happened and why I was gone for so long. It was annoying, but I probably screwed myself over. So, is this good at every book? Okay. Yep. Okay, actually, I'm being lazy. Minus 115 at MGM / Hard Rock. Okay. Cool. Yep. So I'm running Kristaps. Yeah. So what happened, guys? Basically, yeah, man. I mean, I was promoting. I think it was Profit X. You guys, if one thing that if you guys haven't like peeped this from me yet, is I'm just like sometimes I can be like too authentic and too straight up with like the words I say. And I said some words on my promotion for Profit X that like uh just aren't like I didn't say anything like vulgar or anything, but I just like said some stuff that would get your video flagged, and I'm just not gonna like say the words because I want to keep this channel. Yeah, I definitely said some words that I shouldn't have said in relation to promoting and stuff. So that's basically what happened. It stinks. Learned my lesson. Um, yeah, just can't be doing that anymore when I'm promoting stuff. So yeah. Um, yeah, we said okay. Yeah, so I did. Yep, I sorted that out. Drew points. Yeah, look, I think that the look. I know that Derek White and Drew had good games last game. I'm just not I'm just not buying it, bro. I'm not buying it because just you know how the Magic are. The Magic just switch everything, and it's like if you don't have a ton of usage and you can't beat switches, and like Kristaps, like obviously in the post is like great against switches. Like he'll just shoot over you, draw a ton of fouls. Jalen Brown obviously is going to be insanely high usage. You know when he gets switched on to people, he's going to take them in the post, try to back them down. Um, yeah, so it's just going to be like the Magic make it really sticky with the stars, and I just don't see the usage for Drew. And maybe I could be wrong here for sure, but like if you go to like you just take Tatum off the court, but then you put most of these minutes are probably going to be with Brown and Porzingis, obviously. Obviously, not all of them, right? He'll probably get some non-Brown and Porzingis minutes, and this is probably going to be a really small sample size, guys. Like really, really small. But yeah, it's literally just Jalen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis, Derek White's doing pretty good, but a lot of it's on 3-point volume, which I don't think you can rely on in this matchup. Yeah, I guess Drew rebounds is something I actually do really like, guys. Is Drew rebounds still at 4.5? Oh, it is. I really like Drew rebounds for some reason. Tatum is just like a huge rebounding hog. So if you go to this, and I don't think like Drew, yes, obviously can he guard Franz and Paulo for sure. I think it's going to be a lot of like Jalen Brown defending and obviously Al Horford defending one of them. So I actually don't think it's like a great Al Horford rebounding spot. Kristaps, Wendell Carter, and Jonathan Isaac, crash the glass a ton. I think it's like going to be somewhat difficult for them. So yeah, I mean, it's like kind of Drew here, not a huge sample size, but you take Tatum off, you put Brown and Porzingis on. I mean, these rebounding numbers are pretty damn good. We just need 4.5 rebounds. I think that this is a pretty good look. I'm not going to play it probably, but I do think it's a really good look. T-Rev, thank you, my guy. Yeah, Brown stuff. I'm for sure good with that. Yes, it pissed me off. I needed one more rebound from him. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. Vegas made a call. Yeah, dude. We were taking too much bread from the books. I'm like, dude, honestly, I'm like not even every like word I say, I'm just like thinking about it in the back of my head. So hopefully I can get over this like little mental hump. I'm just like trying to be cautious. Yeah, let's go, Alex. I'm hyped to be back. Very hyped to be back. Okay, yeah, guys. On the Magic side of things, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing, right? They're gonna let Paulo do his thing. I mean, 27 shots. His overs are probably a pretty good look, honestly, at 25.5. Franz, same with him. I will say, guys, Franz's like jump shot is just like so broke. I just like watching him shoot the rock is like kind of tough. So that does kind of scare me a little bit. But yeah, Cole Anthony, I think Cole Anthony makes sense for sure. It just like it really just depends on like how his minutes go. Um, yeah, like Corey Joseph, guys, I just think his like unders are such a good look again. I bet on them last game, guys. Like I said, I kind of thought he was going to be unplayable, but yeah, I guess they actually trust him. So, but yeah, just like he doesn't do anything. It's just Franz and Paulo isoing the whole time, Boston switching. Like, what is Corey Joseph going to do against a switch from like this team full of elite defenders? Like, he's not going to do anything. So, yeah, I think that's a pretty good look. I do think, yeah, Cole Anthony makes sense, man. He does. Like, you need some scoring to keep up with Boston. So, yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with Porzingis here, over 18.5 points. And wow, someone steamed this up. That's crazy. Okay. Um, yeah, is there anything else I guess we have some more time. Is this game's an ESPN game, right? Do any of you guys know if this game's an ESPN game or not? Because that actually like matters. Like, I guess I'll go back to Drew rebounds, man. I really like Drew rebounds, and it keeps on going down. Like, damn. He's probably gonna like okay, games without Tatum. Yeah, it's like he's a damn good rebounder. Like, and these Magic are just gonna miss so many shots. It's actually hilarious. What did he have in the first game? 3 rebounds, 8 chances. But yeah, Tatum just like steals every rebound. So it's like, yeah. I mean, like the other guys be boxing out, like Horford, Porzingis, they just kind of box out and like let the other guys eat. Yeah, you could probably sell yourself on Jalen Brown too. 5.5. But he makes more sense as like a strong body to defend for Franz and Paulo. I might let this one rip. Is this game an ESPN game or not? I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm checking this. Upgrade to Mac OS Sequoia. This game is on TNT, so it's probably going to start early anyways. Okay. Let's just move on to the next game. Like I said, guys, official play with from this one, Kristaps over points. Love this, 18.5. Love Jaylen Brown over first quarter points, honestly, guys. I think it's a great bet. Just Kristaps, Jaylen Brown are the over guys for sure here. Al Horford under PA, interesting, pretty strong lean. The Magic side of things, I think Cole Anthony ults make sense. Definitely think they make sense. Corey Joseph unders, love that. Paulo overs, I think makes sense. So yeah, kind of that. Yeah, TNT. Yeah. So when it's like TNT, just like those games start so early, so it's like you're kind of cooked. Cleveland at Miami, guys. So let's just quick go over here a little bit. Let's go to like Donovan Mitchell stats. I watched this game. I didn't watch it super closely. I'm surprised that Miami let Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and Ty Jerome, like 3 pick and roll handlers, just absolutely fry them. I think there's an adjustment coming. I think there's going to be a very strong adjustment to playing the pick and roll super aggressively. So with that being said, that's going to open stuff up for guys like Max Strus, guys like Sam Merrill, who for whatever reason played 24 minutes. That's a little bit surprising. Isaac Okoro is going to be left wide the hell open. So him to, score over 2.5 points to hit a 3, I think is like a very strong look. Yeah, and you got some like minus money out there. I think that's fine. Like 4.5 PRA. That's so crazy, man. Crazy. But yeah, guys, no, I mean, Isaac Okoro is going to be left wide the hell open. So that's always a good look for that. I think his stuff makes sense. I think DeAndre Hunter, and I know this line is at 7.5 at open. So like you did kind of miss out on the best stuff. But I think that DeAndre Hunter overall is in a really good buy spot for sure. Like I said, I think that you could sell yourself on some unders for these guys like Ty Jerome. I think makes sense to maybe sell high on a little bit. He's a really good player, but it's like, are you really gonna blitz like Ty Jerome? I don't know, man. I just think that the adjustment that's coming is that like Miami Spo never does this anyways. He gets cooked. You don't get cooked by these top options. Like I said, Spo never does that stuff. So I think, like I said, an adjustment's got to come. You could sell yourself maybe on like Jared Allen. You could sell yourself on Evan Mobley, who's probably in a great buy low spot. Actually, he definitely is. Not gonna lie. What's Evan's points at? Evan Mobley, 16.5. Ooh, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I mean, it's just like you got to sell out. You can't just let Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland have their way. You got to sell out and do something. You like Bam 2 threes? Yeah. I did notice that. I think that they were leaving him pretty open, right? You got some bigs guarding him too. Like bigs will always be on the court, so yeah, I definitely think that makes sense. Heat stuff, I don't have like much crazy like thoughts on Heat stuff. Besides, I don't like doing this, but Kel'el Ware, I think his unders make sense. He just like it's a very tough matchup for him, and like they need Kel'el just doesn't help them on defense. Like he doesn't help them on defense at all. And in fact, like he just gets attacked in the pick and roll over and over again because he kind of has to play drop. He's just not mobile enough. Yeah, I think Kel'el's pretty unplayable in this series. So, and which coming in, just like you just blindly think about it, you're like, oh yeah, double bigs, right? Kel'el big series, which like makes sense in theory, but I think he's pretty unplayable. And I don't even hate this. Like you're definitely selling low, which isn't always like the best way to go about it. But I think it's interesting for sure. Highsmith was locking Hunter up. But yeah, Haywood Highsmith's pretty needed in this matchup too, and that was pretty reflected in the minutes, right? I mean, Davion and Haywood are absolutely needed for defense in this matchup. So I think the Heat's rotation. I mean, the Heat just don't have much, right? They're just not a very good team. So I don't think they're gonna play Bam, Wiggins, and Hero. Yeah, like this. Like what is this? 37 plus. Like that's gonna stick, obviously. So it's like. I mean, Kel'el Ware, like I said, he's not very useful. Alec Burks liability. I have no clue why they start him, to be honest. It's kind of weird how they do things over there. Oh, okay. So it's Davion Mitchell starting officially. That's interesting. That makes sense. So yeah, Davion Mitchell starting, Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, Kel'el Ware. I wouldn't be surprised if Alec Burks is just like completely out of the rotation, to be honest with you. He just wasn't bringing them much at all. They might try a guy like Jovic, but yeah, it's going to be Haywood Highsmith playing a ton of minutes off the bench. I think that maybe even opens up something for Duncan Robinson sneakily, just like because he is like you got to score the ball at the same time too. He's a cone, but yeah, I think that might actually open up some Duncan Robinson minutes a little bit. Played 15 last game, so yeah. Davion Mitchell, yeah, Davion Mitchell. Where yeah, he actually is. That's actually a great way to describe it. He really is on the Brook Lopez trope. You would think that Kel'el Ware would be like more switchable. He's just not though. Like he just does not move well at all. Like people like to guys. I'm gonna rant for a little bit. I know this is like a betting show, but bro, I can't. Bro, Twitter people are actually so dumb. Rudy Gobert was playing such good defense. Okay, he got he had a couple bad blow-bys by Reeves, which makes sense. Reeves is just like too small and quick. Rudy Gobert is very, very good on switches for his size, especially. I mean, this dude's like 7'2". Bro, Luka, and honestly, even LeBron, they really can't get past him like on switches. Like they're not fast enough to get. Rudy's so mobile on switches, and all I hear is that Rudy is like unplayable. Like he's not at all, bro. Like the Lakers were just trying to ISO hunt him the whole game, and it was such bad offense. So yeah, that's my little rant here, guys. Obviously, I'm a Wolves fan. I'm biased, but it's just like the discourse around Rudy Gobert is like so bad, and it just like it's a complete indication of like are you smart or are you dumb when it comes to talking basketball? Like that's how I seriously like I see like one thing about like oh, Rudy's getting cooked, and it's like, okay, well, you just have no clue like what basketball is. So that's my little rant, guys. Sorry, I just had to ride for my guy Rudy. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I'm trying. I don't know if I'm even gonna have a play for this one, guys. But like I said, Max Strus is at 6.5 points. Guys, I think that this could be I know Max Strus only played 21 minutes. That's because Ty Jerome played so good. I think that Max Strus might even be like a decent. He played good though. But I think people might be starting to just like sleep on him at this point. He's a pretty good player. 13.5. 6.5 points feels absurd, dude. Does he have a 1.5 threes line? He does. Ooh. Woo. Guys, this FanDuel line's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Rudy is overhated. There's a reason he's been an NBA starter. I mean, dude, he's like NBA starter. Like he's like all NBA, like all star. You know, 4-time defensive player of the year. All very deserved. Like you just like look at on off numbers when it comes to like defense and stuff, and like it's like all so good. And like he's an amazing defender. Like yes, all of his flaws are super loud, and he might be such a bad offensive player that like he can't be a part of a championship team. Like I'm fully aware of that. But like when people try to like clown his defense, it's just like bro, like please stop, please stop. And here we go, J-Main. We got someone who has no clue what's going on about the game of basketball. J-Main 34. Hero over 2.5 threes. Oh yeah. That's always a pretty interesting line for Hero, right? Definitely always is a pretty interesting line. We got 2.5 for minimal juice. Whew. Yeah. I've been betting a ton of unders, guys, recently, and been finding pretty good success with them. So I know we're kind of just all talking about overs and stuff, but yeah, we got Haywood Highsmith's deadass at 5.5. Really? That's strange. That's very strange that Haywood's at 5.5. 12.5 PRA. So guys, this is I mean, he's got a capped floor for sure. Like guys, Haywood Highsmith at 5.5 feels like absurdly low. Because you need Haywood Highsmith's a great player, like for this matchup. Like you need him on defense. Well, how many shots did he get up last game? Okay, 3 for 4. So was very efficient. Man, this might just be too low though. I mean, why is his rebounds and assists so high? He doesn't even have a line. Yeah, his rebounds hit rate is terrible. Even when he plays big minutes, he just had like a big rebounding game. Um, yeah, this feels off, man. 5.5 points for Haywood. I mean, he's just like probably gonna play a ton. What's his PA? 6.5. Okay, that's only a DraftKings. I mean, guys, 6.5 PA. Yeah. Do you guys have any thoughts on Haywood Highsmith? Or am I tripping here? Do you guys think that his minutes were like a fluke? Because I really don't. And you even see that Alec Burks got moved to the bench. What was his plus minus in this game? -12. So I mean, they lost by what? Yeah, 21. I think they need Haywood out there. I really do. Like he's a very good player, honestly. Very impactful player. Good defender. You need good defense against the number one offense in the league. Um, yeah, I don't think it was a fluke either. 5.5 might just be like absurdly low for Haywood if he's going to play, in this minute range. People hate Rudy because of the COVID stuff. Yeah, no, that's fair, and that's like a hateable reason, I guess. Like, I mean, he kind of got the league shut down, so it makes sense. Yeah, no, Rudy. Yeah, Rudy he just like looks so goofy, and he has like his bad moments are so loud, and his good moments are like people just don't care about good defensive moments unless it's like a crazy play, and like he's just so solid on the end. So yeah, just respect Rudy Gobert. He's a great player. Um, yeah, does he have his flaws? Of course, but to think that he's like unplayable on defense is truly a low IQ thing to say. Um, okay, yeah, Haywood guys. I mean, this is just staring at me, bro. I mean, y'all see this graph, right? Like, I know I'm not tripping. And yeah, let's see what do the Cavs do in terms of this stuff. I don't. I wonder how much this stuff really matters. The Cavs gave up a pretty high catch and shoot frequency last game. I mean, fourth highest in the playoffs. Uh, wonder who they were overhelping on, but they were giving them up. And Haywood's definitely someone, guys, that you don't really care much about him, taking shots. So yeah, 5.5 points seems pretty low for Haywood. I mean, he hits a three. I mean, this could be a good parlay piece. Haywood to hit 1 3. No, but yeah, just seems low. I think that he definitely is needed out there. So yeah, could be wrong, but you need defense against Cavs, who were number one in offense, I believe. So I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit. I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit. Do you guys have any questions on Cavs Heat over here, or what are you guys thinking? GTA take the fandom out. That guy horrible. You're hating, bro. You're hating. I'll go over to Golden State Houston real quick. I do have an official play. And this line is still available. I played Moses Moody over 8.5 points. Numbers aren't gonna jump off the table or anything, but he gets guarded by Alperen Sengun. So you got to be ready to attack. Like they did it in the game before, I believe, and he played terrible. Look, this Golden State team, guys, I think they need to play Moody decent minutes. It's just like they have a lot of guys who are just kind of showing to be liabilities in some sort, right? Quinton Post looked like a chicken with his head cut off, honestly. Just looked lost out there. I don't think he's playable. Kevon Looney you might have to force some minutes for him, to be honest with you. Just because, especially if they're going to run Steven Adams out there, they might have to force some minutes out there for him. So definitely think that maybe he plays like 14 or something. Buddy Hield, guys. Buddy Hield, I just think he's not a great player, to be honest, either. And you got Gary Payton, who he impacts the game, but he also just can't really shoot. So yeah, it's like there's that. So yeah, I think so. Moses Moody, guys, like I said, I played his over 8.5 points. He is he just has to be aggressive. That's how I feel about it. You're gonna get some open looks just because the center's guarding you and stuff. And centers natural tendencies are gonna be to overhelp and stuff. So yeah, Moses Moody, I think it's time for him to step up. 8.5 points seems pretty low. I know he's been struggling recently, but with Steph, with Jimmy, he's been pretty good with Steph and Jimmy. So yeah, played Moses Moody over 8.5 points. True threes, yes, Alex, I love that. I really do. At 1.5, I think you're getting to the point where it's like, okay, guys. Yeah, I think they're gonna have to concede spot up looks, man. I really do. I don't know if I can. Yeah, it's at FanDuel, so yeah, I really like this, Alex. I'll sit on it for sure. I'm definitely gonna sit on it, but yeah, I got a little bit of time to sit on it, so Yeah, definitely a fan though. Definitely a fan of Max Strus stuff. Like I said, I think they got to throw something different at Darius and Donovan. They just have to, in my opinion. Um, Sengun under 3.5 turnovers. That could be interesting. I think that Golden State was pretty cool with like not doubling him, and that's kind of how he'd get most of his turnovers. Uh, he had oh, that's Fred VanVleet. Yeah, that does seem pretty high, right? Um, yeah, no, I mean he does it. Yeah, just this is just kind of like a numbers play, right? Doesn't tends to not have 4 turnovers most of the time. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan of a T-Rev. Yeah, I would probably want to pair something with it, maybe like Boston money line or something. So yeah. See, how can someone learn about basketball? Example: evaluating a player's defense, predicting matchups, predicting a script for the game. Um, yeah. So, I just like listen. If you're interested in basketball, I'd listen to X's and O's podcasts like Zach Lowe, Dunker Spot, Nikias Duncan. I think I do a pretty good job most of the time of like explaining a lot of this stuff. So I think I provide value here for like a listener like that. I think listening to straight betting would be cool. Predicting matchups is just like that's something you could find by listening to those podcasts, consuming good content. But it's also like a being familiar with coaches' tendencies and stuff, predicting a script for the game. Predicting a script is just like looking at the spread and like, okay, like if it's a regular season game, like is it a back to back, stuff like that. So yeah. Um, yeah, predicting a script is kind of just like I don't really do it a ton, but you got to like look at the spread, be like, okay, this team is coming off of a loss. Like if it's OKC coming off of a bad loss, you're like, okay, these guys are gonna probably crush the next team they play. So yeah, just like little stuff like that. Davion Mitchell assists. Yeah, I mean Davion Mitchell, what is it at? Is it at 5.5? Because I would definitely be interested in that. Donovan Mitchell, Davion Mitchell's at 6.5. Yeah, I mean he's gonna play. Look, he's probably pretty locked into 33 plus, I would say. And with Tyler Hero, Bam, and Wiggins. Oh, okay. I guess that hasn't been great. Yeah, he did have 20 potential assists, though. Yeah, I don't hate it. And his points too are pretty interesting, especially his 10.5 line. I mean, yeah, that seems pretty off. 17.5 PA for Davion. What would that be? That's like 11 and 7. So I think that's cool too. Yeah, Davion's gonna play a ton, guys. I mean, he's absolutely needed. He likes to drive, probe the defense a ton. He can get to the cup. Davion's impressed me a lot recently, and teams just don't care about Davion scoring right in the postseason. So it's like it's kind of a perfect combo of like touch time. He's needed to play because of defense and just like the type of player he is. Like he'll never get anything tough thrown at him, right? So I would throw points in there too, Eden, if you want to play some Davion Mitchell stuff. But yeah, I mean, what did he shoot? He shot 8 for 12, 20 potential assists. That's all great stuff. I mean, in these games, he didn't really have much at all. Since the plan started, yeah, 13 shots. He had 13 potential assists, 15 potential assists, only took 5 shots. But yeah, I think that Davion stuff is a pretty good look for sure, Eden. Had last 5 games, so I'm thinking the line is inflated. Oh yeah, with Sengun, yeah, for sure, for sure. Thinking basketball for matchups. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Think the game, but you gotta know the game before you can, think the game. So it's like that's why I like to, shout out those podcasts and stuff who teach you a lot. Just like listen to people who know what they're talking about. Honestly, 95% of like content you see is probably going to be pretty invaluable or not valuable. Even like just like people who post plays and stuff don't really know who that is. Alex, I actually already have an SGP. So my SGP is Moody to hit 3 threes and Fred VanVleet over points. And I'll talk about Fred VanVleet a little bit. I think that I mean FEV got 19 shots up this game. Fred is such an inefficient player. It's like I think Fred's literally shooting 37% on the year. So he's like the Davion Mitchell type, right? You don't really care much for him beating you, but he has the ball all the time. He's gonna play massive minutes. Like you couldn't have played much worse last game, right? And he played 40 minutes. So it's like he's gonna play massive minutes. I don't think that like he took 19 shots. Look, man, if he makes like if he makes goes like 6 for 19, he's covering this line. It's just like chasing volume at this point. I think Fred points makes a fair bit of sense, right? Yeah, Yeah, snap Fred. Yeah, for sure. I did just yeah, Fred's a he's an inefficient player, and you actually, as weird as it sounds, inefficient players are going to see inefficient players who are like locked in for minutes because they bring something else to the team are probably going to be playoff quote unquote risers because they're going to put up better numbers because teams are just going to be fine with them taking a ton of shots. So yeah, I think that Fred's fairly interesting. So yeah, for sure, love that. Cool. Do we have anything else today? I think that might be it. Comments are kind of dying down. Gave out my play, the Moses Moody one. Quick breakdown. I guess Steven Adams stuff makes sense. I think they'll need a ton of that. So yeah, guys, I'll be recording with Sammy tonight, doing game breakdown. So we're definitely going to be more structured and in depth for that. So make sure to sub to the channel, sub and like the video. For that, and I'll have that posted by morning. So we'll have like in-depth breakdowns of the games early in the morning. So yeah, make sure to check that out. Probably be a little bit better in these streams, to be honest. Like these streams are kind of just like random stuff. So yeah, make sure to check that out. Sub and like the channel if you're not already. And glad to be back, guys. Glad that people still tuned in. That feels good because been gone for a while and definitely can find it easy to forget about that. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you. And we'll see you guys next time.